Peace, guys. My name is Kay, and I'm a messenger of the universe. Welcome back to my channel, y'all. Even if you're new here, this is not the first time that our souls have crossed paths. Let's get started with this collective reading and see what messages are coming out for the collective and what y'all need to know today. So if you were attracted to the thumbnail today, I do get a feeling that a lot of you who chose this group, you are someone who really sticks to yourself. I'm hearing like a lot of y'all are a little bit like unconventional or different than a lot of the people that you live around. Some of y'all could like Beyonce. I'm getting the song, Me, Myself, and I, that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out. I took a vow that from now on I'ma be my own best friend. I really feel like for this group, a lot of people recognize you as someone who usually just sticks to themselves. And you're just known to be someone... Hey. Some of y'all enjoy being single. Some of y'all enjoy spending time with yourself. And I'm getting some of y'all could be spending time with yourself because of heartbreak or just because you have a lot of family affairs to attend to, so you don't really have time to focus on love. And a lot of people are impressed. I'm getting that a lot of people are impressed because you can live in your truth, or that you are just confident in who you are, especially if you live in like a city or a town where it's not normalized, or some of y'all, it could even be, I'm hearing, illegal for you to be who you truly are. And I'm just getting that a lot of y'all, like, you guys are like the anomaly in your city in some ways, and you guys kind of represent like the rebellion or the future. So some of y'all could be like queer individuals, or you are like trans even. And I'm just getting like you're just someone who challenges what a lot of people believe about life, or what you kind of represent the deeper work that people have to do to understand the world, the complex nature of the world and the universe. And not everyone is willing to like acknowledge or even accept certain truths about the world because they haven't met themselves far enough to understand. So I'm getting like you could be a very curious person. You're someone who likes to ask a lot of questions. And I'm getting you don't blindly support just anything. You ask enough questions. You ask the right questions. And you're someone who is a real true trendsetter because you're not afraid to go off and do your own thing, especially if it's the unpopular opinion at the time. I'm getting it like it takes the world time to catch up to your ideas. It takes the world time to catch up to what you know and what you think about the world. And yeah, I'm getting right now, you actually do have a lot of people around you who just find you to be like a relatable soul or relatable spirit. You're someone who's very generous to the people you care about as well. And I'm just getting that y'all have a reputation for setting trends. And you're someone who can understand what is happening in the future and for the future. So I'm getting that y'all are setting the trends, and you guys know what's going to be popular, whether when it comes to fashion or when it comes to like issues happening around the world, or when it comes to celebrity gossip even. I'm getting y'all have the tea, or y'all just have you have insider knowledge about certain people. And I'm hearing some of y'all could be working in the entertainment industry, or you work adjacent to it, or you know people in this industry. Some of y'all might know stuff about bigger platforms or bigger creators or bigger celebrities, something like that. Like you guys have like insider knowledge, I'm hearing, or access to this information. Let me see if I can pull one more from this deck. A lot of people look to you to figure out what's going to be popping in the next 5 to 10 years, I'm getting. Like you might have people actually studying you, or some of you might feel like you're up under a microscope because people know that you have that it factor that they desire. I'm hearing talent scouts. You could have experience dealing with talent scouts or talent agencies trying to get you to sign to them, or even record labels or record companies, writing companies as well, trying to get you to sign to them and to put your work out there on their platforms. But I'm getting that you guys have high standards even for the companies you work with, especially if their values don't align with your truth. And y'all just have a reputation where a lot of people just, I'm hearing even the people you date, some of y'all might need to be more careful, because I don't know why, but people feel like you have a good sense of knowing who to date and who not to date, or like if people have a hard time vetting their partners, they look to see who you're dating so that they know who to go after. I don't know why I'm getting that specifically, but it's something about like the type of people you date are like a specific type of person that other people want. So people are almost waiting to see who you pop out with so that they can like hop in their DMs or try to hit them up or try to date them too, or try to be in the get involved in the situation too, because there's something about like your discernment that a lot of people envy. And so when they see you pop out with someone, like relationship wise, I'm hearing even friendships too. Like a lot of people want to take your friends, or they want to be friends with the people you're friends with because you know certain people. And ooh, some of y'all, it's like this is about how you look too. Like you make the people you date look good, and you make them look a lot more attractive to the general public. Wow, this is really deep, y'all. I don't know why. Like some of y'all could be dealing with someone trying to steal your person or something, or someone who's like plotting or something. You might have your person tell you like, yeah, this person really thought they ate, hopping in my DMs. And it could be someone like you know, or someone you used to know or something. Like this person has been keeping an eye out on you. It was almost like they were waiting for you to get in a relationship to see if they could break it up or something. Like I am getting this person is like, someone might have a vested interest in breaking up your relationship for this group. Especially if you're with a soulmate, like someone's jealous. Yeah, you guys are really attractive because people know you've been through it in life, and people know that you have certain experiences, or you have like, you just know things about people that is really attractive. And a lot of people just want to pick your brain or pick your mind, or some of y'all know certain pieces of history that are significant too, that stand out. You kind of offer something that other people don't know about, or that other people aren't aware of. You offer like pieces of information or knowledge even. I'm hearing like occult knowledge or something that you know that other people are craving and pining after at this point in time. So let's see what else is going on for y'all. I'm gonna pull from a different deck though. So a lot of y'all have like really been through a lot in your life. And there's just a lot of people who know this about you. They know your story, and they're really inspired by it, and the way that you know where to go. You know how to navigate your life. Some people want to know who you pray to, or like what your prayer is. Even if they're a part of your same religion, these are like people who look at you and they think that you are being more blessed than them in the religion than they are. And maybe they feel like, I'm getting like they feel like they deserve it more or something, or they're like, oh, like what did they do to deserve these types of blessings? Why am I not getting blessed in the same way? Like someone's having a really hard time with their own faith and being confident and not comparing it to yours. Yeah. We got show the world the real you. Yeah, I'm getting this is why a lot of people are jealous or envious of you, because you're not afraid to be yourself, especially if you are openly like gay, or you're openly trans, or you're openly queer, and you're not afraid to express it in your art, or afraid to express it in the way that you live. Some of these people are just upset because they themselves are closeted, or they have their own unresolved internal identity issues, so they just obsess over you and your identity. And it's kind of weird, like these people don't know how to mind their business pretty much, and they see you being yourself, and like I'm getting some of these people are mad because you look better than them on their worst day or something like that, especially if you're like a queer person, or you're non-binary or something. There's something about you like being you actually fitting the conventional standard of beauty, and it bothers some of these people because they feel like you shouldn't be prettier than them, or you shouldn't be smarter than them, or you shouldn't be more attractive to them than the opposite gender, or they feel like because of your status, because of your sexuality, or whatever how you live, they feel like you shouldn't be attractive to other people, but other people still find you attractive, or other people still try to date you, or they thought that you weren't really pressure in the dating market. Just every time you pop out with someone, it's someone that is super attractive or super intelligent, and someone that other people are trying to steal because they know that that person's valuable and a prize. Like, y'all just have really good taste. I'm hearing like y'all have good taste in partners. You have good taste in friends. The birds just started chatting right when I said that, so they're like, yeah, you got taste, babes. Like you have good taste in in people around you. I'm hearing like you have really good discernment, and I'm hearing it's because of what you've gone through. Like you guys have just been through a lot in your life. You know who the real ones are and who the fake ones are. You can probably spot it, like as soon as you walk into a room, you can probably sniff out the fake ones from the real ones. And some of y'all, this could be something you developed. So sometimes when the past life comes out, because I know everyone doesn't believe in past lives, so when this card comes out, I like to interpret it in like multiple ways. So if you do believe in past lives, this can be like a natural gift that you notice happens as you were younger. This could have just been something that you noticed you had a natural inclination in. And if you don't believe in past lives, this is basically saying that you have experienced so much in this life that you might as well have experienced this in a past life. You might feel like the lessons that you've learned, or the version of yourself that you were when you learned these lessons, you probably are so different than the version of yourself that is existing today. So I'm getting that a lot of y'all just have been through so many experiences in life that people know that you have wisdom because of your experience, because you've been through it, and not necessarily like, because you know how like certain people will talk about something as if they were there, or they were in that situation, and it like they weren't there at all, or like they didn't really go through anything. It was just something like whack or weak. You're that person where like you don't really talk about what you've been through, but you've actually been through things that people want to hear about. And like you kind of, I'm hearing you put some of these people to shame when you like bring up your story too. Like some of these people could be crying like, my mama didn't get me, she gets me everything, but like she didn't get me my favorite shirt today. And then like you'll talk about like, yeah, like I didn't even have my mom to buy me a shirt. So I don't know, it's just something where like people just like know, like they just kind of feel like a page, or like a knight compared to you. And it may not be something like you're intentionally like, oh, my trauma's worse than yours, or what. It's not like that, but it's just that people know that like it makes them do like a reality check in their life. They're like, why am I complaining about this? Like there are people out there who don't even have a mama, people out there who don't even have shirts. Like you kind of like give people a reality check, especially if they are privileged or they do have enough to do something and they're just making excuses that don't need to be made. Or if you're friends with someone and they have enough money to buy something, but they still decide to steal it from like a local business, and you're like, why would you do that? Like I don't know, I'm just getting like, you know, you kind of give people a reality check and kind of make them think twice about doing certain things, because you guys carry like an ancient wisdom, like things that people don't think twice about doing when you're not around. They always think twice when you're there, because they know that you're going to be looking at them like funny, like, what is this? Like, is this really who you are? Like, are you not embarrassed? Oh my gosh. So yeah, I'm getting adjustments are required. Yeah, this is kind of how your energy, I'm getting, this is probably, some of y'all could be like intimidating to people, or people just avoid you because you reflect the work that they need to do. You reflect how much, I don't know why I'm getting like, you just kind of show people, or in a way you kind of make people feel like how do I say this in a nice way? You make people feel like some of these people who are just like they could be telling the people around them like, oh yeah, I'm that guy, I'm that girl, and then you come into the room and you're actually that guy or that girl without saying it, and it makes them feel embarrassed because other people can clearly see that they're not that guy or that girl. So when you leave the room, then they're trying to act like they're that guy or that girl again, and then they're like, well, why wasn't you saying all that when Collective was in the room? Why wasn't you acting all big and bad when Collective was here? Now all of a sudden you that guy, and you know what I mean? So I'm getting like a lot of people try to act like they're the big bad wolf when you're gone, but as soon as you walk into the room, they got their tails between their legs and they ain't saying nothing, because they know you'll put them in their place. So that's kind of like the intimidation factor you have with people, because they know that you can see right through their BS in their games. So you kind of reflect that inner work. And I'm getting a lot of these people know you can embarrass them too in front of people, like in front of their mama, in front of their family, in front of their friends, in front of whoever. So they're like, let me tread carefully. Some of y'all could really like the song Snooze by SZA. I don't know why I'm getting that song. I can't lose when I'm with you. How can I snooze and miss a moment? Nobody like you do. I can't lose. I really feel like this group, y'all are attractive to a lot of different like groups of people, or you attract people of like a lot of different backgrounds. This can be something that a lot of people notice too. You're attractive to like people of different races, or people of different cultures, or different backgrounds are attracted to you, or they just see you popping out with people of different backgrounds, cultures, etc. And they're like, dang, like they really pull, like they're not just in one fishing pond swimming from the same pool. Like you actually can, like you can go to another country and still find people to date. You could go to another city and still find, and I'm hearing it's going to be the top-notch people too, not like not people that people don't really care about or people are not checking for. Like they'll stop twice and be like, dang, like that's the collective's person. Like you really stepping on somebody's neck right now. You stepping on, I'm trying not to curse right now, y'all, but sometimes it's like almost slips out. But you really be stepping on some of these people's necks with who you date or who you popping out with, because they be like, dang, like I never expected that from the collective. So let's see what else is going on around the collective that they need to know about. Like what type of trends are they setting? Because I am getting that y'all are like setting trends. You made something popular and I want to know what it is. Or like people are like, something they bullied you for is like becoming popular now. Something that people bullied you for. Maybe you're the Lovers. Some of y'all are going to be in a power couple dynamic. If you click this video, a lot of y'all are going to be in a power couple dynamic, or you already are. Maybe that's why I kept getting this like envious about your relationships, and then the Two of Cups came out too. So I really feel like a lot of y'all are going to be like someone who's in a power couple dynamic, and I feel like you guys are going to be a very introverted couple too, but also very spiritual. So these three cards are kind of like the dynamic of the next relationship you're going to be into. I think this is the message that's coming out mainly for this group, how you guys are a trendsetter and you're going to meet someone who matches your vibe, and you guys are going to be a power couple. And anytime people try to get in between you and this person, it only brings y'all closer together and makes them fall more deeper in love with you. So the more people try to get in between y'all, or the more people try to break y'all apart, the more magnetic this connection becomes. The more y'all are attracted to each other, because they can see other people trying to tear it down or trying to get in between. It's not for no reason. And this is just confirmation that someone around you is in love with you and already sees this in you too. Like they see that you just mind your business, and you're also very spiritual. I think you and this person are also very in tune spiritually, where you guys are aware of how people behave, and you and your person don't fall for manipulation tactics easily, because you guys are very highly in tune with who you are and your authentic self. Like you're not afraid to be your authentic self. And I think that this is attractive to a lot of people. So people will look at you and be like, well, how come they get more, like, how come they have a date? Like, I haven't had a date in 5 years, and I'm a cis woman and I'm straight. And like, you know, like, I don't know, there's like almost like a level of entitlement where this person's like, oh, or they're unattractive. Who thinks, like, who would date them? They're so ugly, and I'm cuter than them, and I'm still single. Like, I'm getting a lot of bitter, like, jealousy, because they feel like they deserve it more. They're like, oh, well, I'm cuter than them and I'm still single. Like, that doesn't even make sense. Or like or I don't know, it's something like that, like something shallow, that this person is like upset and they see you like living your best life. So you may notice people ghost watching you, especially like just stalking your social medias, or stalking you to see what you're up to, or trying to see like what's happening in your relationships. And you guys might keep your relationship a little bit of a secret, since the High Priestess is there and the Hermit. Like, I really see that y'all are in a secret relationship, and like people know you're with someone, but they don't know who it is, but they know it's somebody that's pressure, I'm hearing. Or even if you aren't popping out with someone, people assume that you're with someone. They assume that you're in a relationship with someone, and maybe you're not telling people about it. They're like, nah, they gotta be dating someone that's taking care of them, or they gotta be dating somebody that's making money, or they gotta be dating someone but keeping it a secret. But I am getting that both you and your person are just very like, I'm getting y'all are two introverts who are a power couple or something like that, and you guys just have a connection that a lot of people like want to emulate. So I think that's also a part of this trend setting energy, is that you and your relationship that you're in or about to be in, a lot of people are gonna try to emulate it, or they're gonna start calling y'all mom and dad, or start shipping y'all in some degree, because they really love to see y'all together. Like, the chemistry you have with this person is insane. Like, people, if you have kids, for example, with this person, you may notice like your kids are like trying to put y'all together, set y'all up on dates, because they love seeing y'all together. There's something about the chemistry and the romance that like is so real to like even other people can see it. They're like, I want to see y'all together again. Like, I want to see y'all making movies. I want to see y'all, like, I'm hearing people want to see y'all taking pictures together. People want to see y'all do like couple goal pictures. I don't know why I'm getting a lot of that with this group, but people will eat it up and adding it to their vision boards and stuff. They're like, yeah, they a cute couple. I'm hearing like people are gonna add pictures of you and your person to their own vision boards because that's how goals it looks. So yeah, a lot of y'all are already popular though, I'm hearing, spiritually, or maybe y'all have a spiritual business, or you're well known within this, you're well known within the spiritual like sector of the internet. And I'm getting that this person really loves your spiritual side, especially, or like the stuff that you know. Maybe y'all have like an encyclopedia of spiritual knowledge that you offer the world, and this person really respects and appreciates it as well. So you have people saying that like you are living a life that you love. Like, you're living a life that makes you happy. You have people talking about how you don't do codependent relationships or codependent friendships, and you will even cut off codependent friendships and relationships that aren't serving you. People talk about how you are doing what you want to do with your life. And I'm hearing people who want to control you or people who want to control others don't like this about you, because you are someone that represents what they can't control or tell what to do. People are also saying about you that people are saying that you're happy. I feel like people are saying like, yeah, they live in their truth, but they're happy. Like, you know, like they're not miserable like the people that are worried about them or hating on them. Like, this person, people are saying like you're genuinely happy with the changes you've made. You're happy with who you are. People are saying that you feel good about the choices that you've made, and I think that's all that matters, right? Like, you made these choices to maybe change your life or your identity in some way, and if you're satisfied with it, you're satisfied with the results, then like bravo to you, like round of applause, because like you guys, there are people who don't change at all and they still hate themselves. So at least y'all change yourselves and you still love yourself. Like, I feel like that's really respectable. And I think a lot of people respect that you are living a life that you love. And a lot of people can be inspired by that. They may not want to literally copy you down to the T, but they can take notes from how to be more satisfied in their own life. Like, how can I be more authentic to myself? I may not want to literally be the collective, but what are they doing to live in their truth that's making them happy? How can I live in my truth and be more happy? So I'm just getting like you inspire other people to live and to make decisions that make them happy too, because they're like, you know what, if they can do it, I can do it too, you know? Like, what's stopping me? You kind of make people feel like they ain't really doing enough, almost. Invoking self-realization. Each breath confirms how awake. People are talking about how you're also just highly awakened and aware in general. Like, you just are someone who, you know, like, if you're not literally spiritually awakened, this can just be the amount of knowledge that you know. And the things that people talk about, like the knowledge you've imparted on them. A lot of people are like, dang, this person's very smart, or this person's very spiritually aware, or this person's very wise. This person's ahead of their years, because they just know things, or they just are living a life that they genuinely enjoy, and they're doing it in a way that's maybe a little bit different than what people are used to seeing. I allow myself to be content. Y'all, look at all these cards coming out. I'm getting whoever, if you could really resonate with this video, you are living a life that you're really happy with, that you're satisfied with. And a lot of people are just talking about how you're just a lot more happier than you were before, that you're less angrier now. People are talking about how you're no longer in conflict as much as you used to be, how you're more at peace with your life and your family, how you found love and you found real friendships. People are talking about how you just found your tribe, and that you found yourself and you're happy with it. You're happy with the changes that you've made. You're satisfied. And I'm hearing it's only up. Like, y'all only have a lot of good things to look forward to from this point on. And I'm hearing that you guys just have a good base, of good foundation of being. Or maybe you guys just have like a support system, for example, that's helping you out here. But I'm just getting whatever it is that you've built for yourself is something that makes you happy and brings you more joy than you've ever felt in your life. So That's really good. You're really inspiring people to do the same, or to even accept others who are living their truth too. So we're going to pull some more cards, and we're going to see what else is coming out for the collective and what y'all need to know. Three white birds just flew by. So we have be humble, sit down, be humble, sit down, leave the past behind. Ooh. So I'm getting with this that I'm getting people are also saying that you're not afraid to leave whoever or whatever behind in order to pursue what you want. And I'm getting like some of y'all could have left behind like even some toxic family members, or you left behind like a toxic state or a toxic city that you used to live in, or a community, and you just weren't afraid to like humble yourself to realize that like you weren't going to change the people in your environment, so you just changed the environment, you know? So you guys literally could have been known, or people thought that because you're moving away from the original support system you were growing up in, that you weren't going to make it, or that if you weren't relying on them that you wouldn't be successful. And these people are being proven wrong every day, that they look back and think of you, remember your story, and they look you up and they see you and they're like, dang, like they really living like a better life than I am now. I'm hearing like a lot of these people from your past are looking back and they're humbled when they see you now. And they see you living your best life, being successful, making money, or doing whatever it is that you love and enjoying it. Like, it's really humbling to these people that thought they knew who you were. They thought that they could tell you who you were. And now you're happier than ever. And it's just like, I'm hearing that line from that song where she's like, I don't relate to you. I don't relate to you, no. So a lot of y'all just accepted that you couldn't relate to the people in your city, or you couldn't relate to the people in your town, or you couldn't relate to an old friend group anymore. That one song also where she's like, Zanny by Billie Eilish, where the gist of the song is like, she just doesn't relate to the people in the friend groups. Maybe they're like doing hardcore type of or something, and they just like, she wasn't feeling it. Like maybe she would smoke like a little weed or something, but like she wasn't gonna be doing all the hot spoons and like all the extra stuff like in that song. I mean, I'm sure she was probably not doing anything at all, but the whole gist of it is just like, you probably don't relate to the same people you used to relate with. Maybe you used to smoke with these people, or you used to chill with them or whatever, but it's like certain things about them that you don't relate to anymore, and you could just be sitting around them and just seeing them doing certain things or even talking about certain stuff, and you're just quiet because you're just like, I don't, like, what is this? Like, this is what y'all do? Y'all literally just go out just to talk mess about people that you just were acting buddy-buddy with. Like, I'm getting a lot of like people being fake, and you didn't want to be a part of it, so you removed yourself. So a lot of people are talking about this, how you, instead of being fake, you literally just removed yourself from the situation, from the environment, from the people, and now you're living your life and being happy. And honestly, you're just leaving miserable people behind, is what people are saying. You're not afraid to leave miserable people behind because you know your worth. And you know that good things are out there if you keep searching for it, but not if you become content with the trash, become content with the BS. Especially if you're aware that better is out there. It's like, why wouldn't you go for it? Yeah, like y'all are going to go for it if it's what you're confident in. And a lot of people are talking about how you just are bold, and how you're not afraid to go after what you want. You're not afraid to use your voice, and that a lot of people are even intimidated by you now because of who you are and what you know. So yeah, y'all are like the big dog in this collective. So a lot of people are looking to you to figure out what's going to be popping in soon and what's popular, even emulating your style or like your lingo. I'm hearing people want to, like, people just adore your energy, and that you are the source for a lot of their, I'm hearing creative function. So let's see what else comes out. want to pull from astrology deck because I like to see what the planets like to say too. I'm trying to look for the deck. Where is it? Okay. So we're going to see what the planets have to say about the situation and about the collective. What y'all need to know, collective. Oh, wow. So the age of Aquarius is going to be very significant for this group. You guys are going to be playing a really big role in the age of Aquarius. Mercury message. There's a message that you came here to deliver. This is about your life purpose. So the planets want you to be connected, to know that you have a life purpose, and it's really big, especially for the age of Aquarius, especially if you have Uranus placements heavy in your chart, Aquarius placements heavy in your chart. I'm getting that you came here to deliver a message for the collective, but you came here definitely with a really big purpose, and it has to do with something you do for yourself, something that makes you happy. I think you are ushering in a new way of living, or a new way of being, or a new way of thinking. And this is going to be a really big message that is going to go viral, or it's going to catch the world by surprise, I'm hearing. And yeah, they want you to strive for balance in your life purpose, and strive to do things that keep you balanced and moderated, because I'm hearing you guys may need to take some time out to rest. And if you are in a connection, this is telling you that this is a very serious connection. This could be a twin flame, because these types of connections means that you usually have a really big purpose to fulfill in this life. So if you are in like a power couple dynamic, it's because you have a bigger purpose to take over. And you're not really here for like the petty drama connections where it's like always about like a third party, or like, you know, other people getting in between this connection, because y'all have a bigger mission, and it's not just about having hoes or just having connections to deal with all the time. Like, you actually have a bigger purpose outside of love and romance. So that's why this connection is kind of brought into your life, so that you realize and understand that real love is not necessarily about like the drama and the theatrics. When you have a real connection, it's going to connect you to your purpose. It's going to connect you more to loving yourself, so that you can focus on the bigger fish that you have to fry. So you can focus on the main mission instead of the side quests. So that's kind of what the planets are saying. They're saying like, don't sweat the like 3D relationships or the karmic relationships where like they weren't even giving. Like, I'm hearing some of these people didn't even, like, they were giving you bare minimum, and you over here crying. Like, girl, goodbye. So, like, don't be crying over the dusties unless you laughing at them, y'all. Because, honestly, a lot of these people on the down low, the karmics, they be having weird reputations. They be famous for being terrible people, if I'm honest. And sometimes being in the mix is not necessarily a good thing, especially if the mix is knowing that some of the people you're talking to are actually, like, predators or god-awful human beings you don't want to be surrounded by. So I'm getting like some of y'all, like, don't sweat these karmic situations or people who are putting you in karmic situations, because they're not divine people anyway. And so you'll know who's meant for you because they bring you closer to your purpose. And it's because you're meant to play a big role in this life. You're not here to play it small. That's why you're a trendsetter. That's why you've seen the patterns in your own life where the things that you do become popular after a while, or it could be, and it's a reoccurring theme too. It's not just like one or two things in your lifetime. It happens over and over again where you're almost like, are people watching me? Are people just like stalking me? Or like, am I on the Truman Show or something? Like, I'm getting y'all are going to have uncanny synchronicities in your life, and this is kind of guiding you to your purpose because you are playing a really big role in this life. So this message in particular is going to resonate for a very specific people, okay? So yeah, your relationship should be keeping you rooted and grounded, and you do have a partnership that is trying to come out, okay? I do have to say, y'all have a partnership, a divine connection that you are destined to be with in this life. And that's what the planets want you to know too. So that's why they don't want you sweating these bare minimum karmics or the low effort, long-term, low distance boyfriends, whatever they talking about in Barbie. Like, don't sweat them, y'all, because they're really not pressure for you in the long term. So what's up, collective? So I was actually recording, and then I had to start recording again because I got some more messages that they were that good that I had to stop and add in this little segment here. But I literally had to just say that y'all are actually really funny too. And that's something that a lot of people like even could copy are your jokes, or like the things you use to relate to people. Like, I really get that this group is naturally funny. Some of y'all can relate to the Heyoka empath traits, but I really get that this group, y'all are super hilarious, and y'all are also healers, so that's why I say y'all are probably a Heyoka empath, because those are the type of empaths that actually heal people through humor and jokes. So a lot of y'all are just really healing people, and that's why a lot of people, sorry y'all, that's why a lot of people are magnetized to you. And I get that people have to stop and like almost like they almost get overwhelmed when you're around. So I do think that like you guys are used to spending a lot of time by yourself, because a lot of people can't really handle your energy in large doses unless they're like highly aware, unless they're as highly in tune as you are, or at least like on a you can really resonate with their energy. And I just get that like your humor really stands out. You guys are really funny without trying. And yeah, I'm also getting like your intuition also comes out in your jokes too. Like the stuff you joke about might actually happen. Like you might be joking. I'm getting like that's also how your intuition works. Like you joke about stuff with people and it's stuff that's actually true for them. Like you might be like, oh, I'm trying to think of an example where you're like, you make a joke about something and that joke actually ends up being their reality, and they just kind of like have to laugh it off all nervously, like ha 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 ha, and they're trying to like and they're over here trying to like almost like they're guilty conscious. For some people it might start eating them up because they know who they really are, but they're like, do they know who I really am? Do they know that I'm actually this terrible, awful person? And they making all these jokes as if I am, and it's kind of like their guilty consciousness is eating them up. And then the Ace of Pentacles came out. You could have did this to someone you work with too. Like you could have joked about something and they were kind of like did a little nervous laugh, like ooh, because it was actually true for them apparently. And let's see. Yeah, you guys reveal stuff that's hidden unintentionally, especially through your humor. So that was the last thing I wanted to add. So I think some of y'all could also be comedians, or you could be writing scripts for comedians or something like that. So yeah, I see that coming out for this group too, and that was all that I wanted to add. Thank you. And it also started raining too. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but it sounds really nice. Thank you guys so much for joining me, collective, for this reading. If it resonated, drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you want to join my beautiful community of my lovely ravens. My name is Kay. I had the pleasure of being your reader today, and I hope to catch you at my next video. Peace.